3 new movies out for you this week, and Willie Waffle, our Mix 106 movie critic, sees them for you so you don't have to spend your hard-earned money on the really bad movies. This week, Dracula, The Untold Story, also out this week. Alexander and the Terrible, Horrible, No Good, Very Bad, Ugly, Crappy, Really Bad Day. And Robert Downey Jr. needs to go home to defend his father, Robert Duvall, in The Judge.
Are you ready for some Robert Downey Jr.? Because he's going to do a little bit of acting. He's a thespian.
This looks really good.
It can't be bad with that many big stars in it.
Well, and that's the amazing thing. You have one of the greatest casts you will see in a movie. I mean, when you think about this, Robert Downey Jr., Robert Duvall, Vera Farmiga, Vincent D'Onofrio. I mean, this is Billy Bob Thornton's in the movie.
I loved when I saw the previews. It goes, Academy Award winner, da-da-da-da-da. Academy Award nominee, da-da-da-da-da. Vincent D'Onofrio. It's like, that kind of stands out, doesn't it?
Yeah, but he's still a really good actor.
No, I know.
You know?
It just looks so funny on screen.
It does. You know, they're sitting around, in some sort of meeting, and D'Onofrio's like, really? We can't come up with something to say about me? I once won an acting award when I was in college. Let's just list that.
Everybody was Academy Award winner or nominee, and then and Vincent D'Onofrio.
See, on set, they should have a day where everybody brings their award just to make Vinny D'Onofrio feel bad.
Yeah, it is a really
what
good
did you
cast.
think?
Oh, The Judge is a very contrived movie that's propped up by those amazing performances.
So if you take away the amazing actors, you have a very contrived, not very good movie?
Yeah, you have a movie that's kind of but I think with them, it feels better. So you've got Robert Downey Jr., and he plays this big-shot Chicago attorney, and he heads back home because his mother has passed away, and that means he has to face the estranged family that he hasn't really faced in many, many, many years, including his dad, played by Robert Duvall. And then that night, Robert Duvall goes out for a drive, and he hits a person on a bike and kills him.
Oh, my gosh.
And it just happens to be the one person in the world he bears a grudge against. So now he's being accused of murder.
Dun, dun, dun.
And only Robert Downey Jr. can save him.
I like it. So Robert Downey Jr. is the lawyer that's going to defend his dad and bring him back together, and then we're going to ride off into the sunset and be father-son that get along now?
They're going to hug it out. You just know it's going to happen.
Hug it out.
Yeah, but and it's a movie that's throwing in every cliche but the kitchen sink. The city slicker who returns to a small little town, the disastrous father-son relationship, the old flame who shows up in his life again, and more family secrets being revealed than the craziest episode of The Real Housewives of New Jersey. So it's a lot. There's a lot to take in here. And I think it would have been a better movie with less of the family drama. I think they needed more of the courtroom drama, and they needed less of the comic relief. All the comic relief in this movie is just very badly placed. But Robert Downey Jr. and Robert Duvall are fantastic. They have such great chemistry together. Robert Downey Jr. reminds you that he is an amazing actor. He's not just Iron Man. And Robert Duvall puts on an acting clinic. I'm going to say 3 waffles out of 4 for The Judge.
Oh, good. That's very encouraging.
I want to see it. It looks really good. I love Robert Downey Jr.
All right. Let's get to the untold story of Dracula, the completely different story that nobody's ever heard of before.
Yeah, and there's a good reason for that, okay? It's a stupid story, okay?
But that doesn't sell as many tickets. You can't go, Dracula, the stupid story, that doesn't sell tickets.
Yeah, I know. The honesty never pays, does it? It's set in the 1400s, and you got Luke Evans playing Vlad Tepes, the man we know as Vlad the Impaler. The man that we know is the basis for Dracula. He's the leader of the Transylvanian people. Oh, but there's trouble in the land. He thought he had a peace accord with the Turks, but the Turks are coming after him, and they want to take his son, and he will not stand for that. So he makes a deal with the devil to become Dracula.
This sounds like the story
right.
I've heard before.
Yeah, I was going to say,
this is the never-told story that I've never heard before, even though I just heard everything you just said.
Sounds very similar to the story Dracula.
It's a horrible idea, though. Oh, God, we're going to make Dracula into a hero? Oh, he's doing it to save his son? No, save this, okay? Give me a break. Let him just be a bad guy. That's what we know Dracula to be. That's what makes Dracula cool. That's what makes Dracula sexy. But they're going to ruin all that because we have to have some sort of politically correct story. I'm saying 1.5 waffles.
Wow, I'm shocked you gave it 1.5.
Yeah, what was the half for?
He does explode into a bunch of bats, and that's kind of cool to see, okay?
All right, and finally, The Horrible, no good, very bad, crappy, really bad, unfortunate, horrible day.
Disastrous day. Yes, and it's Ed Oxenbould as Alexander, the little 10-year-old who thinks he's the cursed one in his family. He thinks everyone else is leading this very charmed life full of good luck and success, and he gets the short end of the stick. But on his birthday, he makes a wish. He makes a wish that everybody in his family live life the way he does, and with that, each one starts to have a terrible, horrible, no good, very bad day.
Steve Carell and Jennifer Garner, they have to have some good chemistry.
Well, they do, and it's a fun kind of goofy movie. It's a throwback to when Disney used to do these kind of madcap screwball comedies for families, and that's what this is. It's a funny movie, it's a goofy movie. Steve Carell is really great as the warm and loving dad. Jennifer Garner gets to have a little bit more fun being the frazzled mom who does all sorts of crazy things. And I think this kid at the center, this Ed Oxenbould, is a very good lead. And he avoids the kid becoming cloying and annoying. He makes him into a really lovable every kid. Yeah, the movie kind of keeps going on. I mean, how many bad things can happen to this family? At some point, you just think they're Charlie Brown trying to kick the football. It ain't going to happen. So, that kind of wears thin. But I'm going to say 2.5 waffles.
Hey, that's not bad.
No, not bad at all.
So this goes back to the days of Disney and the computer wore tennis shoes? Those type of movies?
The computer, the Shaggy Dog.
Yeah.
I mean, come on.
Yeah.
That's a classic. Freaky Friday. That's a classic.
Hey, some of those were funny.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
All right, what do we have next week?
Next week, we were talking about Brad Pitt, the prettiest tank driver in all the world.
Fury.
He's got some fake dirt on his face. You be kind.
Well, he did rub some dirt on it, so he's doing all right.
All right, we'll talk to you next week, Willie.
All right, talk to you next week.